Welcome to Kick 'em in the Head, a podcast that takes an inside look at the world of mixed martial arts, featuring interviews with some of the top fighters from South Africa and around the world, with a focus on the EFC and UFC promotions. I'm your host, Yaw. Join us as we delve deep into the techniques, strategies, and mindsets of these world-class athletes, learning from their experiences and gaining insights into what it takes to succeed in the toughest sport on earth. Welcome, Arthur, to the Kick 'em in the Head podcast. How are you today?
Great, I haven't been kicked in the head yet.
And we're BKFC, so that might not happen today.
Yes, definitely might not happen today. I'm excited for what BKFC,
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship.
Yes, I can't wait to see what they've got in store for the fighting fraternity in South Africa, especially in 2024 going forward. I think this is big and massive, especially because it gives fight fans and a lot of aspiring fighters just something new. I want to call this the revolution, but I don't want to speak ahead of my time. I'm just hoping that we can get a lot of positives out of this.
Lots of positives. I think from what I've heard with regards to how the fighters are accepting and appreciating the fact that there's a new way for them to make an income. I think for me that is one of the cornerstones of combat sports and MMA. But as a sports reporter, tell me more about how it's been commentating on MMA in South Africa.
Wow, it's been very, very awesome. We have the likes of EFC that have become a powerhouse over the last few years, been established in 2009. As I've said before, like many other African countries, South Africa has a rich fighting culture, history. And I think when you've got that already established in the land, it becomes easier for you to tell your stories. Luckily, we don't have cancel culture yet in mixed martial arts. We still have the freedom to say whatever we want to say. We're able to get interviews. We're able to speak to the guys that are literally doing the groundwork, doing the dirty work. They're foot soldiers. The sponsors that are involved in making mixed martial art what it needs to be. It hasn't been so difficult. I'm going to give it a thumbs up and say that it's working. It's really doing great, and it's not like football and rugby and cricket where there's other, for example, controversial questions or hard-pressing questions to have that you can't mention. Mixed martial arts gives you the space, especially in South Africa, to just have freedom of speech, especially in journalism.
I think talking about questions you can't really ask, let's talk about the pay gap, because we know that's the one that overseas is always an issue, where fighters say that they don't earn enough.
Yes.
What do you think about the payment system and culture with regards to MMA and combat sports in South Africa?
Wow, there's a lot to be done. I think there's a lot of challenges, just like every other sporting code will face. Let me give you the case study of mixed martial arts and boxing, right? Mixed martial arts is packaged very, very differently to boxing. It has grown in popularity over the years. I kid you not, you can speak to any 3-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old kid, and the first thing they mention is a star from the UFC. And they won't mention anything like Tyson Fury or Francis Ngannou. So let's start with packaging boxing or Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship as the go-to place for combat sports in South Africa. When we get that right, it won't be difficult to get more bums on seats, to get funding for boxers, for fighters, for athletes, coaching, resources, technology, you name it. It's all a money game. And I think if you don't have your money right, you're never going to make this a success. So I'd like to really see what the BFC guys are going to do over the next few years. The pay gap is very important because most of these athletes are working more than one job. It's a teacher in the day, and at night, he's in a boxing gym for hours, trying to put on weight or cut weight or improve a technique or develop, as a better boxing athlete or as a better MMA artist. And I think there's a lot that goes into that. If we recognize that, it shouldn't be difficult then to get a sponsorship and funding, which I think will anyway, in the end of the day, solve this issue of pay disparity or pay gaps or salary gaps.
Quite true. Thank you for your time. But before you go, we have a few questions for you.
Okay.
Our little fighter quiz.
Oh my God. I hope my knowledge isn't that bad.
I'm sure you'll do perfectly fine.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Who's your favorite fighter?
Oh my God, my favorite fighter. Trickers du Plessis. Hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie. There we go.
Not, baby. What's your favorite fighting style?
Oh my God, wrestling. Funny enough, wrestling. A little bit of Muay Thai as well. I'll say wrestling and Muay Thai boxing, yeah.
What's your favorite move?
My favorite move, rear naked choke. Everyone likes that.
RNC, baby.
Yes. Rear naked choke. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Rear naked choke.
How many rounds are there in a title fight?
In a title fight, there are 5 rounds.
Name 3 illegal moves.
3 illegal moves. Kick to the head.
Huh? Wait.
No.
We're legal. We are legal.
No.
We are legal.
Kick in the ball sack. Kick in the ball sack. Oh my God, kick in the ball sack. Kneeing someone on the head. You can't. Well,
If they're standing, you can.
If they're standing, you can. Jeez, last one. Third one. What's an illegal? Jeez, oh my God, there's so much at the back of the head.
Nailed it.
I'm enjoying this, by the way, guys. At the back of the head. Those are the 3 illegal moves in mixed martial arts.
What's your favorite movie about fighting?
Oh my God. Jeez, the most famous one, man. Rambo. Oh, is that a fighting? No, that's not a.
You have a lot of ass.
No, God, this is. I hope I get more followers after this, guys. I'm trying to get more followers. Jeez, man, the famous thingy. So, fighter guy. Rocky. Jeez. Fighter guy.
1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. I'm sure.
5 years and 6. Was there 6 or was that Rambo 6? Okay.
Do you know how to fight?
Yes, I do. I do know how to. This is how you fight, guys. This is how I know how to fight.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how
Yes.
big of an MMA enthusiast are you?
Ooh, 10, bro. 10, definitely 10. 10 all the way, man. Joe, who doesn't like to see someone else getting beaten up for all the right reasons? I love MMA, so I'm enthusiasm for the sport. It's been there from day one, so yes.
Where did the enthusiasm come from?
Oh my God, I think growing up as a little boy, everyone wants to be the big guy or a tough guy that's not going to be beaten down. If you're bullied by someone who's not kind, because we all live in a community where we want the world to be a better place. And I think every boy who knows that they have the strength to defend themselves would look to MMA for discipline, would look to MMA for a way of life. And just as I said, looking at movies like Rocky, Rambo, and eventually, I'm not very old, but when UFC burst onto the scene in the early 90s, at least we got little snippets of what, mixed martial arts, WWE,
In real
look alike. Yes. And so that's when the bug bit me, or I don't know what the right word or statement is for that, but that happened. And then I just gave into the sport. EFC as well. Was big in South Africa, still big in South Africa. They came onto the scene in 2009, and that's when I was like, you know what, I'm sold. I want to be part of this family.
Amazing.
Yes.
Arthur, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
But before you go, where can people find you on the socials?
Oh, right. So Arthur Bwanakawa on Twitter, Arthur Bwanakawa on Instagram, Arthur Bwanakawa on Facebook, on TikTok. My WhatsApp number, I'm joking. But I'm going to send you that if you DM me and Kick Them in the Head podcast, Arthur Bwanakawa. Boom. Love you long time. Rah.